MCing or rapping in hip hop, that started in Jamaica, because traditionally there weren't really live bands playing in Kingston. They would play on sound system with one turntable, one record, for people who still remember vinyl.
Yes.
And it was the DJ's job to talk on the mic whilst they're changing the record over.
Yeah.
And then we had DJs, or MCs as they're called in America, by the name of U-Roy, for example, the originator, and he started sort of singing and talking at the same time, or toasting as they call it. And so this was the early form of rapping. And then it was DJ Kool Herc who started hip-hop in the South Bronx over in New York, who was actually a son of a Jamaican immigrant, and he's credited with inventing hip-hop. And it was the same techniques, the same microphone techniques. You can say the same for dub as well. Lee Scratch Perry, King Tubby, Keith Hudson as well. These were the first people to sort of turn the mixing console in the studio into a musical instrument. They were putting all sorts of effects over their instrumentals, you know, echoes, delays, reverb, pushing the drums and the bass forward in the mix. And those are techniques which have just been used by all forms of, you know, electronic music, even disco, hip-hop. The influence is massive.
My good people, once again, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I believe, or rather I hope, you're doing well from wherever you're watching me from. Now, in today's video, it's all about Jamaica. Now, I want you to tell me, what haven't Jamaica given to the world? Because you tell me why I'm getting to learn that Jamaican invented hip-hop. At this old age, look at it, very old age. So you tell me why I get to learn that Jamaicans did really invent hip-hop. Now, that was just a portion of that video. Now, I'm about to play for you certain videos that I made a compilation of, and in these videos we're going to see that it's true that Jamaica, they really did invent hip-hop, and the proof is that most of the prominent hip-hop artists are backing this story up. So watch this video up to the end, and remember guys to please consider smashing the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. So watch this video up to the end, and then I'll be back with a few comments.
When you study the history of the Ma'afa, the transatlantic slave trade, many of those who were brought to Jamaica came from the Nigeria, Benin, Cameroon, Congo region. That is a very unapologetic fight to the death region. Some of the ethnic kingdoms in that region, the white man didn't even want to enslave them because it was too difficult to break them. Jamaicans still have that spirit. They are indomitable as a people. It's no coincidence that it was a Jamaican bookman who went to Haiti and led the Haitian Revolution. You understand? When you look at Nani, when you look at Cujo and Akangpong and all those revolutionary Jamaicans, it's no coincidence that they had so many revolutionaries on that island, because they brought that African spirit that can never be broken. And if African people are going to be free, geographically in the Caribbean or globally across the world, Jamaica will play a role in it. Just like when I go to Africa, I say it all the time. In order for Africa to be free, Nigeria will have to play a role in it because of their indomitable spirit. You can see that the Jamaicans and the Nigerians have the same blood. It's like it's undeniable. So number one, that spirit of revolution. And then when you take the Rasta culture and what that did, and when you take Bob Marley's success in reggae and what that did, and of course the greatest Pan-Africanist and greatest organizer of all time, Marcus Garvey, you know, coming from Jamaica, and others, you understand. But I think when you look at their national heroes and the Pan-African impact that they had, Bob Marley was a Pan-Africanist. The Rastafari are Pan-Africanists. Marcus Garvey, the father of modern Pan-Africanism. John Brown Russwurm, the revolutionaries that came over out of there. You know, even to the slave revolt leaders, you know, Sam Sharp, you know, Paul Bogle. When you look at the Pan-Africanist nature that is at the foundation of the revolutionary Jamaican spirit, it helps you to understand why they are so feared and loved around the world. You know, they're so unapologetic that when some people are trying to kick off revolutionary movements, if they're not sincere, they will scream for the Jamaicans. They want to make sure I don't have no Jamaicans in this, because I know when the Jamaicans come, they come to war. They come to fight. You don't invite the Jamaicans unless you're sincere. You understand? Because I would probably say per capita, you know, they're some of the greatest revolutionaries that the race has ever produced.
Wow.
Jamaica is such a small nation, but it's made such a massive impact on the world, from Bob Marley to food to culture. Why do you think that is?
If we want to go into history, I think we just come from a rebellious people, in a sense that you can't force us to do anything. But if it's something that we want to do, that same energy and rebellious nature, it will be powered and pushed into something creativity. Music is about a beat, it's a rhythm. And the rhythm of being Jamaican is all about just pushing yourself forward. And no matter where you come from, no matter the hardships you come from, just striving forward and making the best of it.
We got a lot of love from Africa, and we curated our own, you know, vibe in Jamaica, where we had to share with the rest of the world. It's like, it's a beautiful place, you know. When you go there, you feel the love, you feel the temperature, you see the waters, you wake up every day and it's a beautiful smile on your face. That's why Bob Marley has a song, Smile in Jamaica.
I just think they were true to themselves, and they was putting out stuff that they felt strongly about and passionate about. I think it just resonated with the world, and sometimes certain themes are universal, and I think they just tapped into that, and that's what they focus on. And there we are, you know, like many years later, and Jamaica is like one of the most influential places out there. So
that brings me to Jamaica and its influence worldwide, right? Yes. Because I mean, Jamaicans, they have this saying, "Little but we Talawa."
Yes.
Did I say it right?
Definitely, little but we Talawa.
Love
that
it.
Is it.
So explain to us what that means first of all.
Little but we Talawa, meaning even though we're small, Talawa, the word Talawa is like we've done so much.
Right.
The greatness, the big stuff. Our culture has impacted other cultures. People just love Jamaica. They love the language. They love the food. They love the ambience. They love the breeze, the beach, the tree, everything. The chicken, the curry, the ackee, the sausage, the breadfruit, the roast banana. They love everything. Like we've really just created such a massive,
literally, yes,
massive impact.
Jamaican bring rap into New York.
I don't think people really understand this whole hip-hop shit was birthed from Jamaica. Like,
look at how much hip-hop was influenced from reggae culture. We wouldn't have DJs.
I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what nobody says. Jamaica is one of the most influential black countries on this planet Earth. On this planet Earth, hands down, Jamaicans is one of the most influential people on this planet that will stand against anything. I don't care. Back in the day, everyone had to claim to be Jamaican to be accepted. I don't care. Nowadays, everyone's being accepted. Everybody's music is being accepted. Everything's being accepted. But we were standing out when none of us was accepting. When they weren't even accepting black music, when they weren't even accepting them spaces, we were still standing out there and telling people exactly who we were and what we represent. And that is the reason why we stand as one of the most influential countries on this planet. And I don't care what nobody says, because we're a country of 3 million people. We're a country of 3 million people, and we influence from our lands all the way that way and all the way that way. Okay? So I just want to shout out. I just want to shout out to all my Jamaicans. And I just wanted to shout out to all the people that love Jamaica, because we're one influential motherfucking country and nobody can tell me differently. And I respect my country highly, and I will always talk about my country highly, because we're one of the top. And I don't care, the haters can come, but we are one of the most influential countries. And the reason why corporations and brands and everybody will continuously to watch what we're doing year on year on year, because we set records. Period. Done.
Where rapping come from? Who originate rapping? Who originate rapping? Jamaican. A Jamaican originate rapping. A Jamaican bring rapping to New York.
come all the way out the bag and be very blunt with it. The Jamaican and Puerto Rican contributions to hip hop is negligible. What do I mean by that?
And the Yankee them pick it up. Yeah, you never hear about Kool Herc. You never hear about him. You never hear where the great Busta Rhymes come from. Where did he come from? You remember the great Shinehead? And many more famous rappers from Jamaica where I know mention.
The reason why me and Spliff was so magical is because that's the beautiful thing about the way we was molded and shaped from a cultural standpoint. Like, we Caribbean niggas. I'm a Jamaican nigga, he a Trinidadian nigga. So the showmanship that we displayed, a lot of that shit come from dancehall culture. And I don't think people really understand this whole hip hop shit was birthed from Jamaica. Like, Kuherka's a Jamaican nigga, you get what I'm saying? The whole concept of having big ass speakers stockpiled on top of each other and playing loud ass music outside, that come from Jamaica. That's dancehall culture. You know what I'm saying?
If it wasn't for Caribbeans, it wasn't for West Indian Caribbeans, there would be no hip hop.
Man, get out of here. You gotta be out of your mind, man.
Where would hip hop be without Caribbean Americans? There wouldn't be no hip hop.
Toasting on the mic, that's rhyming. We wouldn't have the whole hip hop culture.
I interviewed NLE Choppa, right? He's a young rapper. He's 19 years old, right? And he's from Jamaican descent. I think like his mother is Jamaican or something like that. And we were just talking about hip hop, and I was saying, oh, Kool Herc is Jamaican, right? The inventor of hip hop and so forth. And from what I understand, he took some of the sensibilities of Jamaican dancehall and so forth and applied it with American music and created hip hop out of that. And this whole thread started about like Jamaicans had nothing to do with hip hop. That's Vlad is trying to change the narrative. And I'm like, the guy's Jamaican. Like, that's established. He's Jamaican. Right. And if you look at Jamaican dance parties, they do kind of resemble what these parties, with guys on the mic and so forth. Like, that wasn't being done in the U.S. originally. It was a Jamaican thing. It was a reggae thing. And I'm like, yeah, he took some of that style and created hip hop with it. I don't see the problem with me giving props to Jamaicans.
Jamaicans and like reggae and that influenced the whole world. Personally, like, I think a lot of big culture that has come from over there. You get me? That's like, even the way the man them dress and that, from like in Bridge, everyone's loud, like super loud. Like, you get me? That's a yard man thing.
Fat Joe learned lean back from it.
Well, I learned lean back from I studied Missy, how she did songs around that time, and really the whole reggae movement. But it was like single to play. Around way.
Oh yeah.
They was rocking with all that, right? The Elephant Man and all of them. And so I was like, yo, I gotta do like the Jamaicans, man. They making these songs that everybody's doing to dance to. So that was really the influence of Lean Back, all in the gumbo.
A lot of Americans, I think, they look at Jamaica and they think like Bob Marley. They think cruise ship to Kingston.
That's Montego Bay, Ocho Rios. Those are the tourist areas.
That's what a lot of Americans think of when they think of Jamaica, but that's not the true experience.
That's why when you go down to the resorts, they tell you don't leave the resort, because anything outside the resort, you make yourself fair game.
Right. And the gang situation there, they respect the tourist areas. They don't really...
Oh, no, they don't go around there because they don't care. It's the same all over the world. I mean, as far as just like in New York, when the cocaine first came, it was all right when it stayed in the black neighborhoods and blacks was doing it. But when the whites came to the black neighborhoods to cop the drugs, to do it, to bring it back to the white neighborhood, now we have a problem.
The government doesn't care if black people, but as soon as white people get involved, then all of a sudden it's a big problem. The government kind of turns a blind eye. The police.
Yeah, because it's all about money. They protect the ones that's voting and paying taxes.
Tell me why I make one video talking about solar panels and business, and all a lot of people can talk about in the comments is me, where me come from, but with the accent they are going with. Don't worry about it. Me love it, and me love Uno same way. But actually, me did want to come here and clap back on somebody who say, oh, she's not even Jamaican and Jamaica is going down the drain. And all me want to tell that person is, when that somebody from another country who moved to our one country become from that country. Me was born, yes sir. When I turned 20 years old, me moved here, so it rub off so much me use it. And from 2006, me get this a paper here. Me can't show Uno because of all our personal information in them, but me want to show Uno the picture. Come, look here. Look pan liquor floor. Just come from Cuba. Look pan the thin eyebrow them. No, a TikTok I put makeup on it. The Jamaican Constitution and the Jamaican Nationality Act of 1962. The above name has been registered as a citizen of Jamaica. This is dated the 22nd of February 2006. So me want to establish when it's not okay if you say that you come from somewhere. Me did live 20 years of my life in a Cuba, and me have lived the next 20 years of my life in a Jamaica. Right now, me is officially 50-50. 50% Cuban and 50% Jamaican. So uno let me know in the comments when it's okay to say that you come from a country. And to answer that one lovely question as of why may I talk like this, because somebody did say, oh, you should stick to English and all them things there. Let me tell you something. You see me, who was born yesterday in a Cuba, came to this place here not knowing one word in English. So how uno expect me to sound? When uno migrate from Jamaica go to Canada, uno sound like English people? No, uno adapt, uno accent based in the country that uno there. And uno don't know English already, so uno don't have any excuse. Me at least have an excuse. Me never know how to speak English, so me drop in a Jamaica now. And me learn to chat like uno, because it's a uno me hear talk. Me not hear English people talk. Me not hear American people talk. Me not work at embassy. And trust me, me do try to break in the American market and the Canadian market and thing. I start my videos like, yes, so I live in Jamaica and I am Cuban and you don't know, say Jamaica nice. And me did tell you, so me can't hold my tongue. Me can't hold it. The English just feel constraining. It just feel bland. It just feel square. Me like the patois spicy. The patois come, you know, with thyme and scallion and pimento. You understand? The English uses some mashed potatoes and some greens in the side. Me like the Jamaican accent, and me is going to continue mixing up the Cuban thing in there, because no matter what me try, the R is going to roll, and me can't differentiate jam from jam, whether it's the one that grow around and the one that you put pat the bread at the same thing. There you have it. I am one spicy jerk quesadilla. For all of you who are new to my account, welcome to my TikTok tribe. I am Cuban, I live in Jamaica, and that's why Mr.
Now, once again, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm your host, Tyrell Reactions. Now, I love to talk about this. Like, what haven't Jamaicans given us as the world? Because Jamaicans have given us a lot. They have really given us a lot that I'm sure even the haters are really having a hard time hating on Jamaicans. And this video, if you really are a hater of Jamaica, it's going to mess you up with your mental health. So you better be careful while you're watching this video. So I love to talk about this. Jamaicans, apart from giving us these rhythm, raga and all that reggae, they invented hip-hop. And on top of it all, these people, these Jamaicans, they are so calm, they are so cool. Like, you can't even think that these people did invent hip-hop that we can see being produced by prominent big artists from all over the world, and mostly around Europe, in the United States, all over this. A lot of people are really good fans of hip-hop music, but do they know that Jamaica are the ones who invented hip-hop? Because most people just know that Jamaica, they gave us reggae, they gave us raga, they gave us rhythm, the dance, all this music. None of them really have an idea that Jamaicans invented reggae music. And this is because the Jamaicans themselves, these people are really humble. Like, they invented this, but now they just let the world use it. A lot of people, the world is shining with Jamaicans. I mean, it's just unbelievable that I got to understand and learn that Jamaicans did invent hip-hop. And you can't even tell. I mean, how humble are these guys? They're vibing to reggae, vibing to rhythm, to raga, dancehall music. Like, they're just vibing to that sort of music, but at the back of their heads, at the back of their minds, they understand that hip-hop really belongs to them. It's just that they had to create something else to make sure that we as the people around the world are comfortable. So another thing I'm really happy is that these rumors that has been going around, it has now turned out to be the reality, because all of the big hip-hop artists, they came out and really acknowledged the fact that Jamaica did invent hip-hop. And I've really enjoyed it because they have been giving credits to Jamaica. They have not just taken all the credits, they have given credits to Jamaica. They have made sure that the world understands that Jamaica really did invent hip-hop. Apart from just them making great hip-hop music and all of that, people praise the United States, people praise these certain countries. It's true that Jamaicans really earn full credits to be the country that invented hip-hop. Now, I'd love to say this. Jamaicans, you are amazing people, and apart from being amazing, you are, or rather, you have shown us a really high level of humbleness, if there is a word like that. Because trust me, I can't just believe it that Jamaicans did give us hip-hop, and they're just so calm. They don't make a fuss out of it. And if I may connect the dots, that really tells us to why a lot of people are really hating on Jamaicans. Because Jamaica is a country that's full of greatness. Jamaica is a country that's selfless. By selfless, I mean like they come up with something, but now they leave it to the world to benefit from it. They don't make a fuss out of it. They say that Jamaicans were ranked, or rather have been ranked, as the #1 country in the world that's good at helping strangers, that's good at extending a helping hand to the outside people and to those people who really visit Jamaica, this beautiful island in the Caribbean. Now, ladies and gentlemen, by this video, it completely sums up to why everybody is hating Jamaica. It sums up to why everybody is bad-minding Jamaica, bad-mouthing and all of that. I mean, you are bad-mouthing, or rather bad-minding a country that has given us a lot. Because mind you me, if it was another country that's constantly picking fights with Jamaica, we wouldn't be having peace at the moment. So guys, ladies and gentlemen, I've been your host, Tyrell Reactions. Remember, if you're watching my videos for the first time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and also comment. To my returning subscribers, my returning viewers, I have to take this time and completely appreciate you for the love and support you have shown and to me. To my new subscribers, my new viewers, I'd love to take this opportunity to welcome you on board. So guys, until we meet again in my next video, peace out and one love.